is the faces to my faith. The reason it's important to me is because at times we can get really caught up in ourselves that we forget about the people around us. And I believe that faith isn't linear, but it can also be communal, and the people around us shape our faith. And I think that what we should take away from this is that faith requires a lot of effort, just the same way that people require a lot of effort in order for it to grow, and the people around us water us.
I believe faith is very personal. It is so profound that no one has the same faith. This is because we'll have different faces. We don't just carry our own, but we carry those around us. And faces can feel heavy because faces carry stories. And stories can begin to pile up like stones in a backpack. They weigh so heavy that the next morning you don't want to get back up. Yet we continuously choose to pick up more. Even if in the beginning, they feel like pebbles. And these stories hurt deeply. The same people who give you the greatest joy give you the greatest pain, and sometimes it's because they cause it. But majority of the times, it is because you are feeling the greatest form of love for them, that their pain becomes your own. And you see them. You see them when they're full, when they're empty. And while this pain can cause you to enter a haze, you know the feeling. It is when the air is so dense you don't want to get out from under your covers. But then, you remember your faces. I know I remember mine. These are the faces to my faith. The faces that have sculpted me and molded me, my mothers, my fathers, my friends, my lovers. Their impact so great that their stories begin to immerse themselves into mine, as if the clay forms one figure. Because it is through them that I see the kingdom, and it is through them that I learn to become better for the kingdom. As we have healed and opened new wounds for one another, they will always carry my face as I carry theirs. I remember the face of my mother. How the bridge of her nose connected so beautifully to the rest of her face. How her eyes would grow tired after long days of work, but never losing their sparkle. Her laugh lines so defined, I think, what joy she must have felt to create them. In anger, her face would enter a stillness, as if all the creatures in the forest would hold their breath, because not one crack of a branch was heard. And it was through my mother that I learned to wash the feet of those I love. You see, it was a sinful woman who washed the feet of Jesus, and she did it with unconditional care, with great sentiment. The tears soaked and cleansed his body. These are the tears that my mother has given me, that my faces have shed for me. The tears that make you feel as if you're laying on a fresh patch of grass on the first day of summer. You see, the sun becomes a comfort that soaks your whole body, for not all tears are shed with sadness. And even if they are crafted with the greatest care. It is a privilege to feel. The same way Jesus had his feet washed, he then washed the feet of his disciples. I will wash the feet of my mother, and for those I share faces with. It is with these lessons from my faces that my faith strengthens and grows. I become the seed in the parable. The soil around me is so rich, I cannot help but overflow with nutrients. As an abundance of water travels down my veins, I begin to sprout. Now, I know the world is not perfect. The world is filled with such sadness and desperation, but I call you to remember your faces. I call you to look for the moments that give you hope, to look back at the moments that broke you the most. Take a deep breath And remember, you are still here. And you are the strongest you have ever been. And you can continue to fight for what you believe in, to fight for your healing. It is with this same faith that chains are broken, homes are built, and communities are formed. With this faith, you become your own liberator. Do not enter a state of faithlessness. Do not believe there is no purpose. For those who kept you near and dear to their heart did not need a purpose to love you. Let your answer be this: that you loved your neighbor as you loved yourself. And you loved yourself as you loved God. So tell me, who are the faces to your faith? Thank you.